120 episodes later.
That's like a baker's dozen.
It's a baker's dozen times a baker's multiple of dozens.
Oh my God.
I'm James Rosile. Joining me now
by James Rosile
is Andrew Fantasia. Oh, wait a minute. It's Brock.
Podcast
Brock, you're here.
Over. Unplug. Yes, that's right. Hello, this is the Rebel Scum podcast. James, I missed you. We've been away for too long.
I just saw you last week, wasn't it? 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. I miss you.
It's been so long.
I miss you so much, James, that I've got a new friend here. I've got the new Target exclusive 10-inch Wicket E. Warwick. It is massive. It is now my new friend. Here it is. What a fantastic find. God bless you, Funko. I'll never be alone again.
I think it's amazing. That is amazing.
I wish you were here. The detail just on the feet alone is insane. Like, wow. And you know what? Like, that's Funko for you. That's, I think, what draws people to their products is just the amount of detail in each figure. So yeah.
We're gonna announce a contest later on in the episode.
Ooh.
The contest is actually going to be everybody that finds that Wicket giant Funko Pop and sends it to me, they will win a free virtual high five from me. Stay tuned though. There's a Patreon contest coming up shortly. Also, Brock, we have some sad, depressing news for everybody as well regarding. I don't even like saying it. It kind of makes me sad, but regarding Star Wars Celebration. Do you want to take this one and I'll go hide in a corner somewhere?
We can't go. Unfortunately, we both have work that we could not get out of. So we will not be going. And on even worse news, Andrew is going. Andrew
will be there.
Rebel
yes.
Scum Podcast will be there. He got media accreditation. Bravo, Andrew. Bravo. Like, that's fantastic. So hopefully he'll be able to send us back all the news and views and pedigree. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something to rhyme. So that's exciting. At least we'll be there. I'm very excited that Andrew gets to go, and that's really cool. Either way, next week's going to be a big week for Star Wars, so we will try to get as much out to you as you can.
The plan is Andrew's going to be going. He's going to meet up with Josh from the Denim Nerds. He's going to meet up with the guys from Rebel Watch and whoever else he can meet up with. Yeah, we've all been getting together and planning all this crap for Andrew because he can't plan things on his own. So we're planning things for him. So he's going to cover as much Star Wars Celebration as humanly possible with him. So he's going to be with Denim Nerds, with Rebel Watch, he'll be, and anybody else. If you guys are going to have YouTube channels, you're going to be there. And if you don't, and you just want to meet Andrew, he's not worth it. But you just let us know. We'll put together like something where you guys can meet up, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, and every single night, Thursday to Monday, 7 p.m. right here on the Rebel Scum Podcast, we're going to do a live stream.
Yeah.
Which should be a lot of fun doing the live stream. Andrew's going to join us on the Thursday and the Friday for sure. Mm-hmm. Thursday just to kind of bring us in there with him and be like, this is what it's like. You guys are missing out. And then Friday is obviously episode 9 day, which when we do the podcast at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so it'll be 6 p.m. for Andrew. When we do the podcast that day, the live stream, we won't be calling it episode 9.
We'll be calling it episode 9/11. Emergency 911.
That's it. Reno 911 was a good movie. Lots of episode 9 rumors have been dropping lately, but I want to talk about this Count Dooku audiobook that's coming.
Yes, I have that in the news, but continue.
No, I'm just joking. I really wanted to actually talk about it, but there's nothing to talk about yet. I'm going to get that for sure. And I'm totally excited for that. I thought it was a book, and I was really excited. Then I found it was an audiobook, and I've never really done audiobooks before. The only audiobook I've ever done and I said this on 1313 this morning, the only audiobook I've ever done is I got it at Walmart for $5, and it's Laurence Olivier reading A Christmas Carol. And it's very short. It's like a half-hour version of A Christmas Carol. They cut out all of the ghosts. It just goes from he's mad to he's happy. Well, I think he gets visited by Jacob. It was very short. It might be missing a disc. It was in the $5 bin. I don't know. So I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to go. But apparently it was written as like a radio drama. So it's more than just an audio book. It's like this whole radio drama. But anyway, you're going into that in the news.
Yeah, no, I'm excited
to hear that story
because there's a caliber of a recording now because of how big podcasts are. It's a radio drama, but there's a lot of atmosphere, music, and extra care put into it. So it should be fairly interesting because there's a full cast of readers, not one person. So it should be very good. I'm very excited.
I'm excited as well. So Brock, last week a poster, or maybe not a poster, maybe it's legit, maybe it's not legit, it dropped.
Yeah.
And I sent it to you, Andrew, and Rob first thing in the morning. What was your reaction to it?
I was like, whoa, this can't be real. I guess I can preface all of it by saying, if this is truly the poster for episode 9, Electric Boogaloo, I'm in. Like, it's a fantastic poster. The reason why I'm hesitant to believe it's the first poster is, as I said to you, James, there's too much fan service. There's too much on the nose, like, yes, that's exactly what we want. I mean, Knights of Ren, do I want it to happen? Yes. Do I think it's going to be so big that it should be on the poster? I really don't know. What do you think, James? What did you think of your first?
I was like, well, you said something to me. You're like, this is just what we need, what the fandom needs.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's perfect on what is. Yeah. So for me, I'm having trouble buying that it's real because we have your roommates are yelling because I'm having trouble believing that it's real because the Poe Dameron shot is basically a cut and paste from that character lineup shot that we saw.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the Knights of Ren looked almost too much like they're from that concept art that we saw.
Right.
Well, like their color scheme is off.
Yeah.
That being said, it could totally be legit.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like the episode 9 poster. I think it's the Walmart bargain bin poster, which is totally fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, those ones are fan service, right? And exactly what you said. This looks like it's fan service, which totally fits into what that is. The one there's one part on that poster that a lot of people have been talking about, and that's the alien above Finn that looks like he's from the movie Explorers.
Yeah.
Right?
Which was in the leaked concept art, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I don't know. I want to go into something. It might be a spoiler, so brace yourselves. I hope it's not a spoiler because I don't really care. Apparently, that character has a very small role in the film. But that character has information that helps lead Rey to the MacGuffin. Okay. So is that a good enough reason to be on a poster?
Sounds like Maz Kanata.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, you know what? Speaking of Maz, I did a 1313 yesterday, and I want to ask you this question. What do you think Maz's role will be in episode 9?
I've always been pro Maz, so I'm always game for her character to be fleshed out. I don't know exactly what to say about her though, because she's just sort of like in Last Jedi. It's like, you should do this and rocket pack out of here, but like you could almost say she just rocket packs out of the entire franchise for all we know. But bring her back, yes. How? I really don't know, because I said it before when we kept hearing news of new actors being added to this movie. It's like, where are we gonna get time to like flesh out any of our existing characters? You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, if you got a Kerry Russell character, you got a Dominic Monaghan character, what's the Doctor Who guy's name? I should know this. Yeah,
but he might not even be in it. Doctor Who said that he's not even in it as far as he knew, which is a strange comment.
Oh, I didn't hear that. But you know, Richard E. Grant, what, like, all these characters plus all the existing characters. Like I know they could be one-off characters, but like it just seems like a lot, you know. So if you bring in Maz Kanata and then you have this little alien guy or big alien, can't tell how big he is, as the guy that gets you to the guy that gets you to the guy, I'm all for it. I mean, look, in a month we're gonna go watch a 3-hour Avenger movie. Put as much in the last Star Wars movie as you want, because what are they gonna do?
Did you get your Avengers ticket?
No, are you kidding? I'm 35 years old. I don't need to go pre-order a ticket. I'll go the next day in the afternoon. Do I want to see it? Yes. Will I go if I had a group of people that said, "Do you want to see that movie on opening night or Thursday night?" Sure, but I'm also a 35-year-old with toys.
Fair enough. I'll just so you know, I have been working on an area for at least for the live streams to do the for with like toys and stuff, but I don't know if it's gonna work because I think the internet's really bad in that part of the house. So as I'm saying it, I'm reconsidering my location for that. So we'll figure it out. It's 7 to 8 p.m. every single day.
Oh my goodness,
it's gonna be a lot of fun. I just question about Maz Kanata because she's a character in The Force Awakens that we were promised was she was kind of like this wise Yoda type character who had these goggles and she knew of the Force, even though she wasn't a Jedi, but she knew the Force. And in the movie, she kind of, she says it and she's all like, "I am whimsical." Ooh. And then she has a funny line about Chewbacca and we're like, "Yay." And then she just kind of like, she's like, "There's lightsabers calling to you. Why? Who knows? Who cares? It's calling you. Go deal with it. Bye. I'm staying here with my broken down castle that one of my husbands gave to me or something." So that's all fine. But then in The Last Jedi, she shows up and has a jetpack, and then she has like some weird like sex joke.
Yeah.
And then jetpacks out of there. First of all, it's a 360 camera that's recording her. I don't get it. But like anyway, whatever. She has that anyway. But so her character is weird. And I'm just wondering, with JJ back in the fold at the helm, is he going to bring, if she's even in it, I don't even think we know if she's in it, but if she is in it, are they going to go back and give us the Maz Kanata that they promised us in The Force Awakens, and maybe she will have some kind of nice uplifting speech? Because for me, I really feel, I was watching Last Jedi the other day, and the thing that these movies are lacking in a lot of ways is Yoda.
Yeah,
I know Last Jedi. He's in Last Jedi. I know that.
Yeah.
But I brought this up months ago when I watched it with my nieces and nephew, The Empire Strikes Back. When Yoda lifts the X-Wing out of the swamp, they were like just quietly watching, and it was like so out of character for them. And it's not a scene that is even like, it's not, it's so simplistic, right? There's no explosions, there's no action. I don't even know, I can't remember the music that's even playing. It's got to be something like mellow. So, but they were all like just stunned watching it, and we haven't had something like that in the sequel trilogy yet. And I feel like of the characters that we've met, Maz is the one who most likely could bring that to us.
Like I've compared her to a character like the Bindu from Rebels, where it's sort of like not really good or evil. It's sort of just a creature or a group of people or whatever that just sort of understand the Force a little more. And I guess, that kind of equates them to a Yoda, where even though Yoda was a Jedi Master, before we get the prequels, we just get this, he's a little hermit in this swamp, and you go there, and he shows you how to become the one. You know what I mean? Like, so it kind of, he always had that, originally Yoda had that sort of connection with sort of this natural force, right? So, yeah, definitely she could be that character. I love Lupita Nyong'o. So the more we can get her in the Star Wars cinematic universe, the better. Again, it's just like, I mean, in a week we might have a little bit more, but she's not in that poster if that poster is real, and it is.
Imagine if. Imagine if the whole trailer is just Maz Kanata.
What I've been doing,
but she could be narrating it.
Yeah.
Like she did The Force Awakens, right? Your eyes.
Or the Forces of Destiny.
Yeah, she did those as well.
Yeah. So
I just think there's more to Maz than we've gotten.
Yep.
We all know how I feel about Maz. But in Battlefront 2, I thought she fit in perfectly in that story.
yeah.
And I thought her character was well done. And I'm like, I am fine with that Maz Kanata.
Yeah.
But she's just so all over the place. I just want to know, can we? Okay, I know it's a week away, but just give me the trailer now. Let me see it early.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see it early. Brock, you can see it too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, let us watch it early.
Yeah.
We won't spoil it for anybody.
Yeah.
We won't even talk about it. Just let us watch it early.
We'll just go like thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yeah.
But it's us,
Like,
so we probably won't be like, thumbs up.
Do you think it'll be comparable to the Joker trailer? It's just a story about how Kylo Ren becomes Kylo.
It's just Snoke pushing his fingers into his mouth. Smile!
It's just a Jimmy Durante song playing the whole time. What is happening?
But yeah, I don't know. There's so much, but it's amazing how a poster. I agree. I didn't think about it like. It is like the Walmart. Maybe it's not the movie poster you'll see in theaters, but like it does have a Walmart-esque feel to it, and it's quite amazing how I was just like, yes, let's do this. You didn't really confirm a name or anything. You were just like, Star Wars, perfect. But then 3PO has a bowcaster, so I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that.
But that's been in the rumors lately, though, that he will be wielding a Chewie's bowcaster in the movie at some point. That's been like, but that's part of the thing that got me saying that this is a phony, because it was like all the rumors that we heard. They're like, oh yeah, red stormtroopers, bowcat. There was too much of what we heard in it. But at the same time, if what we heard is true, why wouldn't it be on the poster?
Like, I don't hate it. It'd be cool. Like, they do fun stuff with C-3PO in the comics, so sure, why not? But it was just so, I was like, what is this? So I don't know. I
don't know either. For me, the biggest disappointment of that whole poster is the lack of R2.
Yeah.
The guy's been, man, that little droid has been shunned from the sequel trilogy. I've said this several times now. I said it last week. I did a live stream with a girl, with the Girls with Sabers and Josh from the Nerds. We did a live stream, and I said this then. I'm gonna say it now. How would you feel if? And I mentioned this before. How would you feel if Episode 9 ended with R2-D2 being shut down for good? Like, they just turned him off, and all the information that he's gathered all these years, because that's all the Skywalker information, all that information that is within him is dangerous.
Yeah.
R2's the MacGuffin. All that information is dangerous. What if it ends and they're like, sorry, little buddy, you're too dangerous to have in the galaxy. We've got to shut you down. And it ends, and that ends the Skywalker saga, and that ends the trilogy. I'm getting really sad saying it right now.
So what do I think of that? Or what did they say?
I don't care what they said. What do you think of it?
I think that's, I don't want to see him go, because that's the thing about droids. They can just continue to be in everything. But the way you put it, I'm almost like, oh yeah, he has the Skywalker saga in his memory banks. The best thing to do would be to turn him into a holocron. Boom! What? That's right, I said it.
Mic drop. I just think R2, they made him kind of somewhat a big deal in Force Awakens, where he had the piece of the map, or he had the whole map with the piece missing. Mm-hmm. I just think, he's he's such a crucial part to this saga.
Yeah.
And he's been underplayed in the sequel trilogy, I think. Maybe he was overplayed in the prequel trilogy to an extent, but he's underplayed now. Yeah. And it just feels like he is so important to the story as a whole. And we saw that with him and Luke in The Last Jedi. Yep. We saw how important he is to this story in that. So, and I don't want to see him go either, but
yeah,
I just think it's such a fit. If you're going to end the Skywalker saga, but like that for me is the way you do it. Is you like the Skywalkers start and end with R2. Let's just shut him down and move him along. And then you know what? In 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 2 years, whatever it is, you can go back and be like, there's a new Skywalker who has no idea he's a Skywalker because R2 doesn't exist. So all information about Skywalker has been forgotten now. We'll move on.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden there's this new, this new mysterious birth and this kid who's wielding the Force like nobody's business and nobody understands what's going on. And he or she ends up being part of a new Skywalker of sorts.
That'd be awesome. If like you were to end in 3 or 4 movies after this, the after credits or the very ending of the movie is like, he's like, I found something. What does it say? It says R2D2. And then you just see a glory shot of a push in on R2. And you're like, what? It's like they need something and there's a solution. So, yeah.
I want to watch this movie. Disney, give us a call. We're both available. We could do it.
So C-3PO, he's got a bowcaster, and then Chewbacca can talk now, and it's crazy. And then Poe Dameron's like, what's up, guys? Do you want to go get some Carl's Jr.? And they're like, yeah. So I don't know. Oh my god. That's just where.
All right, bro.
All right.
Let's go before we get to Never Tell Me the Odds. Let's announce the contest. Want to announce the contest?
Yeah. Do I want to announce the contest? I think you should because I do not have the information in front of me.
All right, but you have the question for the.
I do.
This is our Patreon exclusive contest. All Patreons that were Patreon. Or patrons of our Patreon for the month of March are included in this contest. And the contest is for the Claudia Gray novel, Master and Apprentice. It does not come out yet, but it is for Master and Apprentice. Brock, hit him with the trivia question.
If you want to win this book, you have to answer the trivia question. I'm not going to make it hard, but it should be pretty straightforward. If you don't know it, that's fine. You can figure it out by the internet. Here's the question. Qui-Gon Jinn, what planet is he from? Let us know. When sorry, did you say when the contest is up?
Well, the contest will be up on our episode 9 live stream.
Okay.
So that is Friday, April 12th. The contest will end. The book comes out on April 16th.
Right.
The contest we will announce it on the live stream on April 12th. So all patrons, pay attention to that. We're gonna do a Patreon contest a month, I think. So next month we're giving away $1 million fake dollars.
Wow. So yeah,
all fake.
So let us know. And the question again was, where is Qui-Gon Jinn from? What is the name of his planet? Okay.
And because obviously you can Google that, all the correct answers that we get will go into a draw, and we will pick a name out of a hat.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Okay, cool.
Just basically, we love you guys. Thank you for supporting us so much.
I gave a thumbs up.
Okay. Well, we should actually. I think your Wicket Pop should be the gift. Should be the prize on the next one.
No, I've been holding it this whole time.
I'll give away. I have a Husky knife right here. This is a knife from the brand Husky. I used it because Darth Ward was over and put a Darth hole through my wall.
It was literally a D shape too. So
it was. The dark side is strong. Okay, here we go. Never tell me the odds. Are you ready?
Yeah.
That you're very enthusiastic. Thank you for that. The first odd. The odds of George Lucas. We did this odd 2 years ago, by the way. The odds of George Lucas attending Star Wars Celebration Chicago.
I'm going to go 75%, because what else has he got to do?
Race cars, dude. Race cars.
Oh, that's true. But, like, it's a week about the thing he made. And even though he's not making much for it anywhere, but it's still his thing. And he's... Wouldn't you want to go to a place that everyone loses their mind when you walk through the door? That's what I call my mom and dad's house. But you know what I mean?
I would say I'm gonna say 75% as well. I because the Phantom Menace 20th anniversary. There's no Phantom Menace without George Lucas.
Yeah.
And like he wrote it, he directed it, he conceived it. Everything about that movie went through George Lucas.
Yep.
And how do you do a panel about that without him?
Exactly.
So that's why I'm gonna say that he should be there. Andrew, let us know if he's there or not.
Do it.
He's not. Andrew is not replying to me at all. All right, the next odd. The odds. I think we've done this one already, but we have to do it because this is Dan Allen's favorite character. The odds of Hondo appearing in The Mandalorian.
Ooh.
He's appearing at Galaxy's Edge. He is.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
Also, this has nothing to do with anything, but if you are not following Pablo Hidalgo on Twitter, you need to follow Pablo Hidalgo on Twitter. He will make your day better.
I'm going to go high again, 80%, because I think he needs to be put into a live action so people kind of think he's a little more important in the... I mean, Disney's very good at creating characters just for parks, but I think Hondo deserves a little bit more credit as an interesting character. I know it's just been on TV shows, but like, put him in live action. He's interesting. He's fun, and I'm sure they can get Jim Cummings that does his voice. Like, I'm sure he'll do it.
Yeah, or the actor playing him,
Yeah.
portraying him, could do the voices. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna go full Brock.
50-50.
I think he's kind of the character that you could see fitting into that universe, but he's also the kind of character that they can be like, no, he's an animated character. Let's keep him in that. But it would be awesome, Dave Filoni directing the pilot episode of The Mandalorian and throwing in Hondo or Ahsoka. But throwing in Hondo would be totally awesome if he's just like, nah, Hondo's in this. I'd absolutely be a...
we should have said 100%. Oh, what a missed opportunity. What a missed opportunity.
Yeah. And our final odd, this has been making its way around the interwebs lately. I don't know if you've heard this one, Brock. So if this could be an episode 9 potential spoiler, a spoiler that will be spoiled April 12th, referring to the title of episode 9. So if you don't want to hear this, wait until we get to the Holo news to listen again. Brock, here we go. I'm going to ruin the movie for you. I'm going to ruin the title of the movie for you. Episode 9. What are the odds that episode 9 will be called Star Wars Episode 9 Skywalkers?
Skywalkers? 0%. I'm not saying it's not a good title. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, I can see where it's coming from, but it doesn't make sense to me, quite frankly. Good night.
I'm going to go full Brock on this one as well, which is a lame talk. Here's why. I agree with you. But if all 9 of these films are indeed the Skywalker saga, okay, if this is indeed the Skywalker saga, and the bloodline plays a significant part in all of this journey of every story we have heard, like in this saga, comes to a head because of the Skywalker lineage. And each part of the lineage has something to do. Maybe it starts with Shmi. I was saying this to Fantasia earlier today. What if everything started with Shmi? What if Sheev Palpatine was Shmi's first slave owner, and he gave her the last name Skywalker to fulfill some prophecy, like Sith prophecy, and said, I'm going down a rabbit hole here. But let's just say something like that happened. So the Skywalker name is actually the most important thing in the storyline. Now we are watching, in this part of the galaxy, while we're watching, the Skywalker is the most important thing. In that respect, the name makes sense for me because everything comes to a head with the Skywalkers, and that's what this is about. That being said, if Rey's not a Skywalker, which she pretty much isn't, Kylo Ren kind of is. But so for me, for the title to make sense and to be legit, they have to go back and explain to me why it's Luke, why it's Anakin, and perhaps even Shmi. Other than that, I'm with you on this one. So I got to go full Brock because if they play it out that way, then I think it's a perfect title and they'll do it. And if it doesn't, then they're going to call this something. Yeah. But how are you on the title right now? Because for me, I think it's fun, but I'm not really I'm not in any camps right now. I'm just like, whatever the title is, it's going to be, and I'm going to enjoy it.
I've never been able to guess what it is, and I mean, we've heard so much reports that it's not like it's not going to be something cliche like last or first or hope or Jedi or revenge or return or you know, things, obviously words that we've already heard, but like spark or like light or something like that. I mean, if it is, it is. I mean, J.J. Abrams should title it whatever he wants, or whoever makes that decision. So I don't know. I will say this: every time I've been delivered a title, albeit the original trilogy, because they were out before I was born. When I've been delivered a title, I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool. I like it. Especially like sometimes you don't know the true meaning until you see it. But like, I've never been like, meh. Like, you can say whatever you want about Last Jedi. I still think that's good. You put Jedi in a title, it sounds cool. Like, I don't know. So, yeah.
I don't think they'll do it again, though.
No, of course not. I mean, I guess, like, Attack of the Clones is, like, one of the titles that's sort of like, but then you get it. Like, it's sort of...
Yeah.
So.
And I was saying, Andrew, that was the one that we were all like, what the hell is that title? Now, you know, what is it, 15 years, 17 years later, it's like, yeah, that's just a title. Yeah. We're okay. We're all like okay with that title. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't. Look, if it's Skywalkers, it's Skywalkers. If it's Last Hope, it's Last Hope. If it's Duel of the Fates, it's Duel of the Fates. If it's Pina Coladas, if it's Raylo, whatever it is, I'm going to be like, that's cool.
I mean, if they called it Saga's End, I'd probably be happy. I'd be like, sure. I don't really care.
They should call it Brock and James get invited to the world premiere in California.
Brock and James Bogus Adventure.
I would watch that one for sure. Okay, Brock, you want to move over to the Holo news?
I do. Holo news. I got some old news. I got some new news. But like, let's just get it out there. So as you all know, we're fastly approaching the opening of Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland, Anaheim, California. It will open May 31st. I love that I know that off the top of my head. And then also the Orlando park will open in August. But there's been, I don't know how big of a story this is, but I did find it today. So they are going to implement a pass for if you're in line for, say, the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. Because if you've been to Disney in the last 5 to 10 years, probably 5 years, they have an app on your phone. That's how you use your fast pass, or you get your digital photos. There will be something on that. I believe the bathroom thing already exists, but since they're expecting huge lineups, if you're in line for the Millennium Falcon for 2 hours and you have to go to the bathroom, there is a new digital pass that they will put into motion, and that's very exciting for people that are like, look, I'll stand in line, but I'm still a human. You will also be able to do some new games and trivia to keep you entertained, or your young kids entertained. And then also you can order snacks while in line. Disney gets it. So that's fantastic. I'm excited to see this one day, but I am not going opening week. No way. And as mentioned previously in the episode, there is a Count Dooku audiobook coming out soon. It'll be called Dooku, Last Jedi, written by Cavan Scott. And what's interesting about this is it is all going to be an audiobook. So I am very excited in it because we are creating podcasts, so I love listening to audio. But it will be a full cast doing the story, a new untold story about Dooku and Asajj Ventress, where she works to uncover Dooku's past and why the Jedi Master end up leaving the Order. Made popular by their appearance in Clone Wars. There will be, I'm trying to see here. So you'll be able to buy, sorry, I completely derailed myself there. You can, I'm sure, buy it on Apple or Google, the Google Play Store. But what I'm interested to know is if they will put it in a podcast sort of app or so, because Marvel has already put out their Wolverine Long Night. They've just put out the second one, which the title is escaping me, but I'm listening to it. It's fantastic. So it makes sense that if they do release it, it'll be released in the same apps and websites as Wolverine Long Night. And if it's anything like that, it's going to be a wonderful listen. Definitely worth listening to while you're driving, or if you're sitting at home. after you're done listening to the Rebel Scum podcast, or you're on a train or you're on a trip. Very good stuff. I am very, very excited. I know James is excited as well. So check that out. That comes out April 30th. So we have just at the end of the month, I suppose.
Got mine on pre-order.
We've reported this before, but apparently they mean business this time. Clone Wars is soon to come off Netflix. This is a story from maybe a week ago, and it says
this is a weekly
streaming
Holo
service
news
on
segment.
April 7th, which is in 3 days, or whenever we post this. Are we posting this tomorrow?
It's this Friday.
They'll be on Friday. Okay, cool. The 5th. So get watching. I don't know if that affects us here in Canada because of we all know this is probably due to the Disney streaming, Disney Plus coming out, and just want to be like, okay, we take our toys back. But since we don't know when that'll happen to Canada, well, maybe we'll be safe. So get your Clone Wars in while you can, because it could be gone in 2 days, or I don't know. Maybe I'll find out for next podcast and report on it. And finally, celebration news. We kind of hit the big topic. There will be a web stream every night during the con. So Thursday night. Well, not Thursday night because I don't think there's any. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night. I don't know. They'll be streaming everything you need to see. So if you can't make it like us, don't worry. You can watch it on the Star Wars website. Last week they added Hayden Christensen and Anthony Daniels to the people we will see, and I believe because they opened up the lottery for con exclusives, and then also to the panels. I believe it's still open. They've extended it. I'm not sure, but definitely if you're going, go check it out now, because if you want to get into those hot things, you're gonna have to do the thing. So that has been our Holo news. All the news you need to know about Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
That's a Star Wars song. That's not a ripoff of the Bill Murray Star Wars song. All right, we're going to get into top 5. But before we get into top 5, we want to thank some very special people, none of which are Andrew Fantasia.
My mom. My dad. James' mom. None of them support us on this.
None of them support us, and none of them like us either.
That's true.
Yeah, people don't realize that, but they don't. All right, we're going to thank our Patreon, the Patrons that support us each and every month. It really means a lot to us. Thank you all for support, and you're the reason why I have a glass of champagne in front of me right now.
I also have a Ewok.
You didn't see that, but while you were in the news, Erin brought me a glass of champagne because she encourages my drinking. It's actually just sparkling cranberry juice in a champagne flute. Here we go. So thank you, patrons, and they are as follows: Barry Brophy, Heidi Fedor, Dennis Allen,
thank you,
Phil Staniforth,
thank you,
Heather Long,
thank you,
Aaron Quinton, JRB Nerdcast, Scott D,
and Christine Allison, Jacob Nixon, Andy Higgins, Mason Hope, Matt W, FP, and everybody's favorite YouTube channel, The Dead End Nerds.
That is a lie.
Yeah, that is a lie. No. Come on.
It's Andrew's favorite. So let me. I just want to, before we get into our top 5. Andrew Fantasia is going to Star Wars Celebration. Josh from the Den of Nerds is going to Star Wars Celebration as well. And I'm talking to Andrew. He goes, well, Josh invited me out for dinner one of the nights. And I said, what? And I said, Josh. And then I said, Josh, by the way, we're going to do live streams every day from 7 to 8 if you want to join us. He goes, well, guess what? I'm going to take Andrew to a nice fancy dinner during those live streams. So I got on a bus to Philadelphia and laid the beat down on Josh. And now I'm back just in time to record.
Look, we'll compromise because we're Canadians and that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
The night you want to go out and have deep dish pizza, don't try to get it twisted. You know you're just getting deep dish pizza. At least let Andrew send us something and then we'll do what we got to do here.
I know that Giordano's over there gives like to-go pizzas. So Andrew, don't be cheap on us, man. Don't be cheap.
Yeah. Don't be cheap.
Just don't be cheap, bro.
Bro, don't even.
I don't know why. I don't even know why. You're being cheap. By the way, I make a great Chicago deep dish, Brock. You gotta go over try because it is
that's
phenomenal.
nice. I would like that
Yeah,
pizza
you
lasagna.
Yeah, that's what it is. You gotta layer it. Oh man, I make it like Erin's like I don't do gluten. I give her a slice and she's like, my God,
My God, I have seen it all.
give me more. Basically, you eat that pizza, you turn into Jabba the Hutt. Hold on, I'm looking for it. So anyway, our top 5 is top 5 takeaways from the Star Wars Episode 9 leaked poster. My number 5, I'll just go first, Brock, because my number 5 is very boring. I brought this up earlier. There is an alien from the movie The Explorers in Episode 9, and he's going, "Rawr!" And I'm totally down. I'm all on board with it. How weird is that? I'm like, yeah, I like that guy. Bring him. He's no Watto, though. Let's
no.
get that.
Oh, and I think we haven't talked about it, but Watto will be a Funko exclusive at Celebration, but we can get it at Hot Topic, I believe, or Walgreens. One
That
or the
one
other.
I actually legitimately really want that one.
Yeah.
And I want the Darth Maul as well. I want the Maul and the Watto,
Yeah,
but
they're nice.
the Watto one is like, whoo. So if anyone sees that one around town, let me know and I'll order it for $900 online.
My number 5 is C-3PO with the bowcaster, because come on. Come on. I mean, it's great. If they do it, awesome. But, like, come on. Come on. Don't we get enough with 000 and the Dr. Phasma thing? Isn't that enough?
Not if you haven't read it. And I'm guaranteeing you, J.J. Abrams has never read it.
That's unbelievable. Pablo Hidalgo is like, no, we got one of these. My number 4, and this is kind of weird. It stuck out to me. Kylo's lightsaber pose, because he's kind of holding it like this, like backwards, like he's a samurai.
Almost like a bad Photoshop.
Yeah, almost. I was like, ooh, I kind of like that. So that's kind of neat. And it also balances out with Rey on the top. But I was like, ooh, what's this?
Which the posters have been doing. My number 4 is somewhere along the same lines as yours, but mine has I did a Never Tell Me the Odds with Mr. Andrew Fantasia.
Oh, that must have been terrible.
And it was one of the worst things ever. We put it up for everybody to watch right now for only it's for momentarily. You guys can watch it. Then it's gonna be taken off, and it's just for Patreon subscribers. But it was whether or not Ben Solo, Kylo Ren, will pilot the Millennium Falcon at any point in Episode 9. Oof. A long shot, sure, but maybe he teams up. Maybe he has to go with them with Rey because something bigger is coming. Whatever. But you look at this poster, and the Millennium Falcon is flying out, and it's got the nice white bluish streak behind it, but it actually bleeds into the red as well. And maybe that symbolism that the dark and the light will be inside that bad boy, because it is his inheritance. Let's be honest. It's his inheritance.
Yeah, I never thought about that either. Shoot.
That's all I think about.
Yeah, that's all I think about.
I'll go third. Number 3, Jana. She is possibly Lando's daughter, but Slash Film had an article that I actually kind of preferred to her just being Lando's daughter, and maybe she's still Lando's daughter with this outline. Yeah. So Slash Film, this is where I got from. It is, I don't know if you heard this, Brock, but apparently the rumor now is that she actually was a child who was kidnapped to be trained as a stormtrooper, but escaped very early on, or escaped at younger or older or whatever. But she ended up escaping at some point. So if you've seen her costume, it's not so much in this poster, it's because if you get the high res one, you can zoom in and check it out. But in the character lineup, she's in that.
Yeah.
And I think her costume looks awesome. I think she looks phenomenal. I think it's great looking. It's very reminiscent of like 80s fantasy, which a lot of the Force Awakens costume kind of harken back to, I found. So that character popped for me right away. I'm excited to see where she goes.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I just, the bow and arrow thing, whatever she's holding, I haven't warmed up to it yet, but I'm sure I'll like it. I don't know. My number 3 is the red troopers in the front, specifically because it reminds me of Major Von Reg from the Resistance show. Now, obviously, if you put them side by side, they're like not really the same thing, and for all we know, these could just be typical First Order Stormtroopers that are, they just put red over them, right? But it excited me that like, ooh, maybe we can connect Resistance to Episode 9 in some way. That'd be great. I mean, we're already doing that with Poe and BB-8 and Captain Phasma, but like, it'd be kind of fun if these are what the First Order Stormtroopers are gonna look like, and maybe Kylo's like, they will be red now. So I don't know.
Oh, there are white ones on the poster. My number 2, Zori. Carrie Russell, possibly. That's the rumor that this character is Carrie Russell. Looks kind of like Sam Wessel, so I am all on board. That's it. Also, yeah, I'm not gonna say anymore, but obviously the Knights of Ren are there. But I'm going with Zori because what the deal with her?
Yeah,
her.
My number 2 is kind of your number 3 put together. I kind of like the new alien at the top there. I like Zori. I like Jana. I think it's Jana. Like Hannah. I think she's basically from the show Hannah, that movie Hannah. But she's the Star Wars version is Jana. Okay. So I like this like, ooh, there they are. But then of course, like, they could easily just been photoshopped from those things. I like Zori's look. I'm very interested in what that looks like. It reminds me of the ultimate Marvel Ultimate Universe. Reed Richards, he would wear a weird helmet like that. But yeah, I was thinking I was thinking it was oh god, what's her name? You just said it. Carrie Russell. I was like, what's her show she was on? Yeah, I was thinking Carrie Russell right off the bat. Do you want to go first for number 1 or me?
Yeah, because you've already done my number 1. And it's obvious and it's simple, and everybody knows that Stormtroopers are my absolute favorite thing. Red Stormtroopers and white Stormtroopers, but mostly red Stormtroopers. All day, every day.
Yep.
Bring them.
Give me the Black Series, and I will put it on my shelf.
Yeah, I just want more story. Apparently, GameStop has the new jetpack trooper or something.
Yeah,
and
jump
I'm like,
trooper.
I need this right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Can somebody hook me up with that?
Yeah, please. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
If somebody, Andrew Fantasia, you're going there in a week. Why can't you just do me the solid, bro? I paid for your flight. I didn't.
This is how I'll test if EB's site is as good as GameStop, and I'll see if I can find it. I'll order it and pick it up. That's what I'll do.
Well,
I've been waiting for this test.
Number 1.
What? What's that?
While you're saying you're number 1, I am going to go on EB Games.
My number 1, because let's do it, Knights of Ren. I mean, like I said prior, it's like, oh, this is fan service, but we all want Knights of Ren. Because that's our avenue to get more Jedi, Sith, whatever you want to call this new way of doing the Force. That's how we get some fun battles. Let's do it. Ugh. What a poster.
Dude, the Jump Trooper's available at every EB Games near me, except for one, and that one's actually far. So I will be going to EB Games on my lunch break tomorrow.
It's a cool one.
Or today. Earlier, before you guys watch this, I will be getting my Jump Trooper. Yeah, I knew you were going to say Knights of Ren number 1. I don't have them as my number 1 because I'm not as intrigued by them as you are, because I know nothing about them that has made me want to learn about them, because they are not Praetorian Guards who are the greatest. I have a Praetorian Guard shelf.
Yeah. That's true.
I do. I went to Canadian Tire last week. That's a store here in Canada. And they had this, it's for automotive stuff. And they had this giant Praetorian Guard, like giant. And I was getting like bird food or something for Aaron because they sell it for cheap there. And I was like, Aaron, I need to get this. The sale is on sale because nobody is buying it. And she said, then just get it already.
Peanut.
So I did.
That's where I got my Chewbacca from the Forces of the Destiny.
Oh yeah,
which is basically a Barbie doll but covered in hair, but whatever, it talks. So I got it for $12. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. I got this Praetorian Guard for $10, I think.
Yeah.
It was like $35, no thank you. Then it went on sale for $12 and I said no thank you. Then it was $10 and I said And guess what? If it goes even cheaper and I see it for even cheaper, I might buy a second one because you can't have too many Praetorian guards.
You could have been anywhere in the world at that moment, but destiny put you in that Canadian Tire with that Praetorian Guard. It was fate.
Exactly. And I almost didn't go. And I did. And then Rob put a hole in my wall.
Put a picture up right now. Put it right here and like look at that. That is the power of the Force. Or
it
the
has
dark
been.
side.
It has been fixed. But yeah,
yeah. Oh yeah.
He got really angry. He played Mario Kart Monopoly. He lost. Got very angry and forced lightning a hole in my wall.
Mere hours after you posted that picture of him drinking a beer with Jabba the Hutt on it, there's a hole in the wall. Connection?
How awesome was that beer can?
That was nice. That was really nice.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah. If you look closer, I think it's actually like a hairy creature, but it looks like Jabba from afar.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
thought
gonna
it was
keep that
Jabba.
beer
So
can.
whatever.
Yeah, look, totally looks like Jabba. That's why I got it. It was pretty awesome. Anyway, Brock, this has been episode 120.
Wow.
Did you have fun?
I always have fun when we're talking about Star Wars.
We talking Star Wars. Do you know what's actually a lot of fun and very cathartic? Is I'm writing this book about my fandom with Star Wars, and I wrote about how you and I met. Yeah. And it's a very boring story.
When I met James for the first time, I said, "Oh, sorry, I'm late. Let me have your phone number so I can call you if I'm late again." He's like, "Nah." And here we are.
I didn't put that in the book, but I did write down, "Now we're stuck with each other." That is actually a line somewhere along there. So anyway, that's been fun. But it has been a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun talking. Thanks, guys, for and gals. Thank you all so much for watching, paying attention, supporting us, being a part of the show every week, and looking forward to us coming on. And next week we're going to do a Tell That to Kanji Club segment. I promise.
Nice.
I hope they come back. All right, Brock. Thanks a lot. This was a lot of fun. I'll let the other guys come in and record their podcast, and they could do it because you were always scum.
Ewok scum.
Yup, nup.
Hey scumbags, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.